Max Verstappen. Stock. In the bathroom. A Brazilian driver arrives at the team's motorhome and sees the young future, one day a four-time Formula One world champion, in trouble on the toilet. Yes, this happened. And you're in for small great stories every week, here on Splash and Go. You already know a little story about Formula One or not, as long as it's quick, fun to tell, and nice to know. Let's go. Henrique Bernoulli was a Brazilian Formula One driver who raced between 2001 and 2002 for the 𝘾𝙤𝙥𝙮𝙦 team. Born in Curitiba in 1978, the Paraná native would have liked to be a jockey because he loved horses as a child. He started in karting like everyone, or almost everyone, winning regional and national championships, securing the São Paulo titles in '89, '90, and '91, and the Brazilian titles in '90 and '91. In 1995, he moved to Europe and raced in the Alpha Boxer category, immediately starting to attract attention. The following year, he went to Formula Renault, and in 1998, he reached British Formula 3. And at that point, he then caught the attention of the Red Bull driver program. Yes, truly a milestone. He then secured the support of the energy drink manufacturer, which was already structuring its program, and raced in Formula 3000 with their support in 1999 and 2000. During this period, he did various tests with Sauber, which had Red Bull's support and was even considered for a spot in the car in 2001. But then a short circuit happened because Peter Sauber wanted to put a certain Kimi Räikkönen in the car, and Red Bull wanted Bernoulli. This is, in fact, the reason for Red Bull's departure from Sauber, as they sold part of the shares they had already purchased. And then they decided, we will have to buy our own team. Bernoulli competed in Formula One for a total of 2 seasons. The first in 2001 with Jos Verstappen as his teammate, and the second in 2002 racing alongside Heinz-Harald Frentzen. And it was in 2001, sharing the team with Jos, Max's father, that the story of today's little tale happened. The two lived under the same roof and desperately needed to show results, obviously. They did. At odds, Bernoulli has mentioned in some interviews that he was warned by Red Bull, specifically by Marco, you need to finish ahead of Jos, otherwise, goodbye. Jos, on the other hand, a driver with several seasons under his belt, knew he needed to finish ahead of a rookie. So, you can imagine what the atmosphere was like. Bernoulli would speak Italian in front of Jos with his engineers to prevent the Dutchman from understanding. And he understood that it wasn't meant for him to understand and would get angry. And then, in an interview with Motorsport, which I will read a passage from here, Bernoulli recounted the incident. Once before the race, Max showed up at the motorhome. In this case, Max Verstappen, a little kid in 2001. He was born in 1997, so he was 4 years old at the time. His room was the last one, mine was the first, and in between there was a bathroom. Max. He would stare at me. I think his father spoke badly of me at home, so he didn't like me. He was wearing some plastic boots, walked past me, staring, and suddenly I started hearing some noises. I went to see what was happening, and he had stepped with his boot into the toilet and flushed it. He had his foot stuck, wedged in the toilet. I went there, grabbed him, unscrewed his foot from the toilet, took him to his mother and said, look, this is what's happening. The boot remained stuck there in the toilet, and later his mother went to remove it. Bernoulli that year would have as his best result an 8th and a 9th place. And Oz achieved a 6th place, the only point for Eros, the last points in fact for Eros in its history. The following year, the team would close its doors in the middle of the season after going bankrupt without money to continue. And Heinz-Harald Frentzen and Henrique Bernoulli would be left without a ride. After that, Bernoulli would race, still in the World Series. He would have a brief stint in Indy and would end his career in stock car. And who would have thought he would tell us this minimally amusing story of a young Max Verstappen who would later become a 4-time Formula One world champion. So that was another small great story from Splash and Go on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, it's free, it costs nothing, you know. And it helps the channel a lot. Do me this favor, do us this favor, and don't forget to leave us your hype. This is a YouTube tool for you to show the algorithm. You like the video, like the work, like our channel. This way, it keeps spreading our content across the internet to people who don't know us yet. Alright, if you want to receive notifications for each of our videos down here, we have Telegram and WhatsApp channels. You join and start receiving the automatic market update. as soon as each piece of content goes live. Finally, but not least, we also have our social media here, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, where there's content all day long. And that way you won't miss out on anything. All right, so that's it. Thanks, and a big hug.